Hey everyone, this is going to be my top 10 for the season finale of The Handmaid's Tale, so let's get right into it. So, coming in at number 10, we have June discovering Eden's Bible. Now, Eden's death was a big part of last episode. It was arguably the biggest part of last episode, and so we knew that Eden's death would affect the season finale somehow, but I didn't really expect it to come in this way. So as June is packing away Eden's belongings, she discovers this Bible with all these notes in it that Eden was taking, trying to understand God. And June takes the Bible to Serena and shows her what's been going on, and the two eventually erupt into an argument over whether or not Eden was wrong to read and try to understand God. The argument ends with June talking about Nicole and saying she's not going to be able to read or understand any of the scripture if she is brought up in Gilead while these rules remain. I think that conversation is very important because it gives two different options to the characters that we'll discuss later on. Coming in at number 9, we have Nick, June, and Nicole all gathering together as a family. I thought this was a very touching and heartwarming moment for the episode, and one that we finally got to see all three of them together in the same room as a family. We have seen them together before, but not really in this sort of emotional atmosphere, and I thought that really brought a lot of warmth to this episode. At number 8, we have the revelation that Eden's father is the one that turned her in. I thought that this just really left a sour taste in your mouth after hearing everything that happened to Eden, and then to see her father really just throw her under the bus, acknowledge that she really is just a terrible person for doing that, and that they'll try to raise their next daughter better, and that they actually had gotten away safely until her father called her in. I thought this character was interesting because it really highlighted that some people do care more about Gilead than they do about their own families, and I wonder if this is going to be something that we continue to see in season 3. So return to a previous point I made with number 10. Serena rallies the wives to try to change the rules. Now, when June was talking to Serena about Nicole not being able to read in Gilead, I mentioned there was two different things that the characters understood from that. June understood that she needed to get Nicole out of this environment, while Serena understood that she needed to change the rules, and that's exactly what she tried to do. She meets these wives at a party, and they all talk and say that not all of them are very happy with what's been going on and their treatment and their placement within Gilead. So all the wives go before this grand council and attempt to amend the rules to see if they can get their daughters to learn how to read. And that look on Fred's face just says it all. None of the commanders take it seriously, and they're really hushed out. But Serena notices this, and so she takes Eden's Bible and begins to read scripture from it. And she just leaves all the commanders looking stunned, but mostly angry, especially Fred. Number 6, we have Emily stabbing and beating up Aunt Lydia. I did not see this coming at all in the episode. I was jaw dropped the whole sequence. Once she kicked her down the stairs, I was thinking, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And then when she started going down for more, I could not believe it. This tension has been building between them all season, and I knew it was going to come to a head somehow, but I did not expect this. I don't think we got confirmation that she died, and Aunt Lydia is such an intriguing character. I cannot believe that they would kill her off like that, so I'm definitely thinking she's going to be back next season. Coming in at number 5, we have Serena paying for her transgressions at the committee meeting. I did not expect this to happen. I was white-knuckled the entire time she was being dragged away, and then as soon as she came back home, something was off. They teased it a little bit by showing her hand as soon as she got in, but not really exploring that till June met her upstairs. We really got to see what happened to her. This was even foreshadowed by Commander Lawrence last episode, where he mentions in the olden days they chopped off your hand for a transgression, but now they just chop off a finger. And Serena did lose her pinky finger because of what she did reading Eden's Bible. This is a very important happening for Serena because it shows that she is not above the rules of Gilead, and it also sets up a decision she makes later on in the episode. Number 4 is Serena finally realizing that Nicole will not be safe if she grows up in Gilead, and lets her go with June to escape. This was a direct result of what happened to Serena earlier when she lost her finger simply for reading, and I think it was a huge turning point for her character to give up the one true thing she wanted in this world to ensure that she would be safe. I think that this is going to lead to a very intriguing Serena next season, and I can't wait to see what they do with her. Coming in at number 3, we have Commander Lawrence helping Emily escape. I thought that this was kind of an obvious twist that they were leaning toward, especially because he was such an unconventional commander, but it was nevertheless very intriguing to see him actually be the one to ferry her out, and also that he really did not care about a lot of things in Gilead, like the ceremonies and not being able to do a lot of the things that other commanders don't do. I thought that was very interesting, and the lines he had toward the end of the episode made it seem like he is definitely going to be a recurring character next season. He just seems too much fun to waste. Coming in at number 2, we have June giving the baby to Emily and leaving her with the line, "Name her Nicole." Now, I thought that this was a very, very touching part of the episode, especially considering Serena's emotional goodbye that she had with the baby, and I think that it would have been a disservice to the story if she had kept the name Holly. I think that Nicole was really going to be her name through and through, and that June saw it as her duty to make sure that that was her name. And finally, at number 1, we have June deciding to stay in Gilead to help get Hannah out. This move wasn't incredibly surprising to me, seeing as the overall theme for the season has really been mothers and their daughters, and I thought that this would be the perfect way to cap off the season, is to have June staying to try to reconnect with her daughter. I thought that it would have been a little odd to have her flee Gilead knowing that Hannah was still there, and I think that she made the smart move staying to try to get her out, as well as for the story, because I don't think that it would have been very smart for the show to have another recycled plot where she escapes and is dragged back in. I think that has been done way too much lately, but I'm excited to see where she goes from here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Like this video and subscribe for more. I can't wait to talk to you more about movies and TV.